cops. Danny Ball, don't trust a cop. Johnny Spotswood just don't know when to stop. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the snooty box, cause this is the loud spot. Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian. Out of Oklahoma City, we got Brian Carter from the band Scream at the Sky. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? What's up, man?
As Sam's watching, Sam says he is here watching the show. Dude, you know what? How long ago was that concert that you played with Pigweed? A month ago?
Yeah, about a month ago, man.
And that's when I met you, dude. And I'll tell you, you were playing the bass for them, and the stage presence was fucking phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal stage presence. If we're gonna talk about Screaming at the Sky, but I do gotta ask you, let me fix my camera. Hopefully it doesn't freeze on me here. There we go. How long does it take you to learn a whole entire set? Because how did that happen? So you toured with Pigweed kind of last minute notice, right?
Yeah, so the guys in Pigweed had a guy that had some stuff needed to be taken care of, and Dave, I had seen Dave on the road because of Scream at the Sky being out on the road and all that, and I've seen Pigweed and them, and I told Dave, I said, hey, man, I'm a pro musician, and if you ever need a dude to learn some tunes or something, and, you're getting a bad bind, I'll help you out as much as I can. So I got that text from Dave one day, and he said, hey, man, we got a tour booked, and we need a little help, and I was like, all right, send me the tunes. So I learned the tunes, and then I guess a couple days later, I was in San Antonio, and then I went on tour with them for a week.
Dude, that's crazy. So you didn't even really know the band all that well. I bet you got to know them pretty well on the road.
Well, I mean, I did know the guys pretty well, just passing through. I mean, you tour a lot and you meet the guys. We played shows with them in Houston and San Antonio and stuff like that. But you do get to know a person very well when you're on the road. When you're standing next to a dude, you're smelling, what they smell like. You're coughing and breathing the air they breathe. You smell their dirty feet. You eat the same food they eat. I mean, you become real close. And all them dudes in Pigweed are super rad, very professional guys, man. Super good guys, man. I had no problems out in on them. They were super rad.
That's cool, man. That is. It's just crazy how you can just learn something, do it. And then the show you guys put on was absolutely fantastic. And it was a fun night. I mean, I was super hammered. I got in the mosh pit, dude. And I did not feel great the next day, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Scream at the Sky. All right. This is the band that you sing in.
Yes. I frontman Scream at the Sky. I frontman as a guitar player and frontman now as a bass player for Scream at the Sky.
Okay. How many people are in Scream at the Sky?
Well, at any given time, there's at least two. But at most times, we like to keep, the 4-piece rolling for us. But we have done tours as a 3-piece also. Okay.
Now, when did Scream at the Sky start?
Well, I created Scream at the Sky in 2018. And I was working and driving for bands across the U.S. and Canada. And I stuck stickers across the whole nation. And every venue that I went into, professional, pub, bar, if I traveled there, walked there, I put stickers everywhere. And then in February of 2020, I played my first show as Scream at the Sky.
Okay. You know what? You put stickers everywhere. Well, you know what Sam does for me? Because Sam, is all around the country driving. The best place to put him is in toilet stalls.
We have thousands of pictures of people that have sent me a toilet stall with piss in it that has a Scream at the Sky sticker in it, guaranteed.
So how did the band start? I guess, did you start the band? Are you the originator of Scream at the Sky, which is a super cool name, by the way?
Yeah. Well, I played for a band called Dead Horse Drama for about 6 years, 5 to 6 years. And I traveled all over US, Canada, and Europe with them. And then we took a little hiatus. Eric and the guys, he had some stuff he needs to take care of and stuff like that. And I then, like I said, in 2018, that's when I was like, well, fuck, I need to go find, I don't want to slow down. I want to go faster. I want to go harder. Like, I want to this is what I do. I want to stay on the road. So I said, I went and worked for bands. And then I created Scream at the Sky. While I was on the road, I just wrote music. I met people like my video dude, Eric, he's the guitar player for one of the bands, Grendel, and his own band, Adoration Destroyed. And he helped me make my first Scream at the Sky video, which is an acoustic video. And we shot it all over the U.S. in different places. And so that's where my vision. And I created the band for like positivity and positive influence, because I just got tired of all the like bad stuff and negative all around me. You're always going to have it. But I was like, fuck it, man. I want to write music to just be positive and write music about smoking weed and being positive and shit, man, to be honest.
So to Scream at the Sky, real quick, Sam says, he goes, big mouth, LOL. He also shut up about the sticker thing. That's so funny. So Scream at the Sky, I guess, was a solo project. It was, and when you say there's anywhere from 2 to 4 members at any given time, is it because band members kind of come in and then they can't tour, so you kind of can't use them? Like explain anywhere between 2 to 4 members.
Well, I treat my band like a business, and at any given time, like anybody's replaceable. Like people make mistakes, people have problems. People are just like, hey, I want to help you along until you get to this point, and then this is what you're going to do. And basically, I took Scream at the Sky from being a vision to a complete touring band in less than a year, and now we've been all over the U.S. last year, and so. We've had some hired members. We've had great friends that were just filling guys that play for other professional touring bands. And they were just like, hey, I got this other stuff going on. This is my main thing. I'm going to help you out as much as possible. And that's how I started it. And then, people get put in jail. People, like, there's lots of reasons. Like, people have jobs.
If you're in a band, don't go to jail. Try not to go to jail.
Yeah.
If you go to jail, first of all, you can't tour. And second of all, like a lot of people that go to jail wind up being on probation and they can't even leave like their hometown or whatever for a certain period of time.
Yeah, man. I mean, anything's possible with like this world. So like I just told myself, I want to create a machine that doesn't stop. So I've had some hired hands, and then I have Dave, my drummer, who's been my drummer in with me now. And now I got another solid lineup. It's not that I don't want I'd love to have 5 core dudes that created a band and stuck together from the day one and was like, fuck yeah, this is it's just not the realistic world anymore. But like
the older we get, the harder it is, I would probably assume, to get a band. Cause like we were talking before we went live, you guys are doing a concert here in Oklahoma City, 4th of July. And I'm like, maybe I could go. I don't know. I got family, kids. And so that probably all interferes with bands. I'm surprised that Pigweed can travel, because all those guys, a lot of them have families and marriages. It's tough, man.
We're the same way, brother. We all have kids. We all been married. I mean, it's all about how bad you want it, how much of a hustler you are. You got to come home, bust ass, make as much money as you can.
That's right.
A good friend of mine that I still live by to this motto to this day, and it's a Big Steve from the band Skin Lab. And he told me one day out back of my local club here, I seen him and I said, I just want to do this for the rest of my life, Steve, and all this stuff. And he goes, you know what, Brian? Real rock stars have day jobs. And I've lived by that motto to this day. So I come home, bust ass, mechanics, same thing with the dudes in Pigweed. They go home, bust ass, make as much money as they can, hit the road again.
So what's the writing process, I guess, for Scream at the Sky? Is it pretty much you and the guitar, and then you implement other people that are going to go on tour with you to learn the songs?
So I create and write most and almost all of the music for Scream at the Sky, all the way down to drums, bass, guitar, samples. Sometimes it's just a pure simple noise or a beat that makes it. I create songs and then I give them to my guys, and then they put their creative twist on them. If there's like a member that's there, but most of the stuff is written by me, and then I give the drum parts over to Dave, the drummer, and most of it's like, some of it's on the key. When I write music, I kind of write for the people that I play with. Like I can't, be putting some crazy ass blast beats playing, something that somebody can't play, or a shredding solo that somebody can't play. So I just write what it's pretty simple, more for having a high energy stage show also with it, but still having catchy riffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But simplicity, man.
Your song that we're going to play here in just a little bit is really awesome. I do want to talk about how we got you on the show, though. So,
sure.
So how Brian got on the show is he was playing at what's in that venue? In Oklahoma City. The Blue Note. Yeah, the Blue Note. So you guys got the Blue Note, and you're filling in the fill-in bass player. And by the time you come up to me, start talking towards the end of the night, we're pretty hammered. And I was like, I'm going to get you on the show. Let's get you on the show. And I was asking about your band, and I booked it that night when I was drinking, right? Over a month ago.
Yeah.
And I did not flake, and you are here tonight.
I'm here. Yeah, I was told you were all booked up, man. So that's why when I seen you in person, I said, "Here I am. Let's make this date, bud. Let's figure out what we can do." And you said, "Let me whip this calendar out real quick." And you said, "Boom, Google." And then all of a sudden, on my phone, it said Google, and then there we were, and here we are now. But we're Googled up.
And what's so funny is, like, when I first met you, I thought you were like a real quiet dude. But then as the night kind of went on, you became more and more talkative. And I was like, this guy's fucking cool, man. Let's get him on the show. Plus, your band's good. And your stage presence, it's like one of those things. Someone has good stage presence, they got a lot of energy, I feel. Like stage presence is everything. Is that something that you look for when you're getting somebody to do a show with you?
Oh, man.
Do you require them to have, what if they're really good, but they fucking suck and they just stand there on stage and don't move? Has that ever happened?
It's absolutely happens quite a few times, dude. Sometimes sometimes you get a great one. Sometimes you get one that's just like a stand there silently. Like me personally, like I look for like raw talent in guys, but you don't always get that. I've even taken the approach of like getting younger guys or hungry dude that's maybe not as badass as a musician, but you can teach them well, they learn real well, and that you can break them in some. I've tried all different aspects about trying to find a musician, but I definitely prefer my right hand and left hand guy to just be destroying as hard as I can, because in Scream at the Sky, I'm stuck behind a mic, but I rock it as hard as I can in that one spot and all over. And when I don't have to sing, I'm going nuts. And currently my dudes in Scream at the Sky do the same thing. They throw down hard. And I learned that aspect from like playing with Dead Horse Trauma, because I was like pushed to the limit with them guys. I'd be standing there with, my boy Seth on the left and Jason, and they're just going hard as a shit. And I'm like, I can't just be here just sucking, dude. I gotta go just as hard, if not harder. And then it just like became like, who can go the hardest tonight? And you got to. Nothing worse than seeing a really good band that is boring on stage. And Ronald, Sharon says zombie shit. Sharon, we love Sharon. She's always on the show. But Ronald Buckley says, my boy Blue. I'm assuming that's for you because you got the blue hair. I got nothing blue on me, so I'm assuming that's for you. All right, the music video we're gonna play tonight. Is it Save Yourself? What's it called? Save Yourself.
Save Yourself. Okay, I was almost at Save Yourself, but I was like, maybe it's not Save Yourself, because I screen recorded it, and then anyways, let's play Save Yourself right now. When did you guys come out with this song? About 10 months ago? Less than a year ago?
Yeah, about less than a year ago. Like I said, February 2020, we released this EP, and we've been out, like I said, on the road ever since. Like we just never looked back. We hit the roads. So it's February.
Are you drinking a beer?
No, sweet tea and blunts.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, when did the song come out? When did it come out? When did the video come out?
February. Well, this video came out in October of 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so almost not quite a year yet. Let's jam this song right now. Let's show everybody Scream at the Sky. Here we go.
Save yourself from this life.
I like that part right there, like playing an instrument.
Yeah.
Scream at the Sky, Eric Gustafson. So while I put the banner back up here for you guys 1 second, I think this is it. It's hard to see. Okay, so how many music videos does the band have collectively?
Collectively, right now, we have 3 or 4 collectively on there. I have a new album and a whole slew of new things coming, like anytime now.
So you've been writing. You've been writing this whole time.
Oh yeah, man. I write every day. Like I currently write. I have probably 2 or 3 albums worth of stuff written, and then I like every day write and try. Like I have my own home studio, and like I just write as much as I can.
How do you choose? I think I've asked this before to other bands, but how do you choose what videos or what songs get a music video and which ones don't? Is it just like the feeling like when you feel like this is a great song?
I think it comes by vision on a lot of things, but in today's industry and market, it's kind of like, most people are releasing a single and a video, So almost every song you release has to be pretty good. If you're doing it out that way, it has to be awesome. It has to be like your best material, no matter what you're putting out. So I think that's the market of today's and the reality of today's market that's what you have to do. Now putting an album out, I think maybe it's going to go by what, like you said, like a feeling, like you think that song's great. I've asked almost the same question to a lot of the people that I work for in the rock and metal and country and hip hop industry. And some of them have great hits written out there. And I ask them straight up like, hey, did you know that this song was going to be a banger when you put it out? And most of them tell me the same thing. Like, yeah, we had a great feeling about this one part or this riff in this song. And it ended up being number 1 hit or top of the charts for a while, So I've asked that question personally, some really high end and awesome people,
Yeah, when you say you work for some of these other bands, now it's not just rock. It's now I realize it's all genres. What do you mean when you say, because Scream at the Sky is mostly just you and kind of your thing. Let's talk about you and your history with music, hip hop, country, rock. Were you like a touring member? Were you like a roadie what was your position with these other artists?
With the bands? Well, I've driven for bands. Okay. I've drum teched for bands, and I've been just an all around stagehand on tours with bands and stuff like that. I've driven for bands like Head PE, Birthday Massacre. I drove for a band, Dead Girls Academy. I've teched for Trapped for a long time, as a drum tech for them and stuff like that. I drove for a band called Grindle. I mean, I've drove for some pretty cool national acts. Plus, here in their jobs of bands, I didn't even know who they were. They're just like, hey, they're in Canada. Fly you into Canada, jump on this bus and bring it back. Or I've gotten paid to, hey, you need to beeline this bandwagon from Indianapolis to California, and I don't even know who the band.
How do you even get into something like that? Like, how do you just decide? I mean, I guess right place, right time. I guess if you do one, your name kind of gets out there. As like when you say drive for them, like driving their instruments, or driving them like being their bus driver.
I'm the driver. Like for Birthday Massacre, I want to say the tour was 17,800 miles U.S. Canada in 30 days. And I drove a bandwagon the whole time. Basically a tour, they fly you into Indianapolis, you pick a bandwagon up, and they pick them up wherever they are. This band's from Toronto, Canada. So I drove all the way to Toronto, picked them up, drove them back down to Chicago. The tour start, we went U.S. Canada, 17,000 miles in 30 days. It's insane.
Can somebody make a living just driving band, like being a tour driver? Is that like feasible for someone just to do that? Or is that like just something that you get to do while you still have another job?
Oh man, absolutely. It's basically like a tour bus driver is no different than a truck driver. It's just sometimes it's different hours. They pay great. You get just someone pay like complete shit. Someone pay great. It's all just how much you have to make to live in this world these days.
Yeah.
It's like once again, it's as much as you hustle. A lot of I'm a non-CDL bus driver. I drive under 2100 GVW. So like my stuff that I drive is van and trailer, sprinters. But you wouldn't believe they all pay pretty good sometimes. You know, like I said, some are good, some are bad. I personally work for bands only to just meet people and talk to people and network, man. So people remember your face. That's how I've gotten some great people and that, like I said, met just on the road. Like I could call them right now and say, "Hey man, I need some help with this." And they're like, "All right, sweet dude." They just remember you. That's the best way. I found face-to-face contact networking by working for bands is the best way I found to get my name the furthest.
Networking is the best way to get anybody, no matter what industry you're in. Networking is key. And if you're in a band, get to meet other bands and driving for them. You know, I'll cheers you to your blunt to my beer. I'll cheers your blunt to my beer.
Yeah.
There we go. How many songs do you think you're going to now? You're doing singles also, right?
Maybe it just depends. I'm talking to some people right now. I have an album's worth ready. I do have an EP's worth ready, recorded with my good friend James Gelber. But it just really depends, man. Whatever, like the label or just like a backer or whatever the process is of people that want to help that, you know, you go through, you know, we're in talks with some people here and there and stuff like that. We're a complete do-it-yourself band, but like, right. You know, there's still ways to get stuff out there, distribution and stuff like that we want to just do further stuff that we've never done before with Scream at the Sky.
Now this next go around Scream at the Sky, playing concerts and stuff like that. Do you have a full tour already booked, or is it just kind of shows here and there?
Currently in July and June, we've been doing weekend runs, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We just did a run with a Killer's Confession. That was 3 days. We have some stuff in August. We have a full 2-week run that we're working on adding some stuff to. And then we have October, we have a full 30-day tour that unannounced that we're going to be out with. We're going to have a pretty busy year, but we my current ideal goal is at least 100 to 150 shows this year for Scream at the Sky. If I can make it happen, we're already sitting at like 60, almost 60 shows for this year already.
Oh, I mean, not quite halfway there, but I mean, almost.
Yeah.
It's just June, so towards the end of June now. So you're doing for like 1 year from like now till next June, or like from June till December or January? Well,
this goal was realistically set in January of 2021. So that's where we were looking at trying to go. It's a lot of people are booking right now. A lot of people are getting out. Booking's a really weird thing. And since we're a complete do-it-yourself band, we don't have any labels or any kind of like booking agent or anything like that. It's a little harder for us. But I do my best to hustle, and man, I call when I see a show that I think we can do well at. I just, hey man, what's up? Can we like whatever it takes to be on a show? Can we open up the show? Can we, but on top of making our own shows and making our own money and stuff like that, we don't ever starve. So, but we go out, we're hustlers at getting shows in today's market, because it's kind of a weird, it's like I said, it's a weird market. If you don't know somebody or they don't know who you are, they're never going to give you a chance.
Okay, now this is a sensitive question that you probably don't have to answer if you don't want to. But if hypothetically the band that you're touring with right now, do you foresee this band staying the members of the band touring going forward? And you might be like, I don't know if I want to answer that because maybe there's some dickheads in the band. But is it something that you think is a solid touring group with you right now?
Absolutely.
Good.
My guys right now are doing very well. They're kicking fucking ass. One of my guys has already been a touring guy. Dave, awesome. My drummer, currently has already done almost everything we've ever done with Scream at the Sky. And then my current guitar player, Jeremy, he's the perfect fit for our band, and he does really, really well. But you know, even if we don't have our fourth member, we play hella badass still as a 3-piece. So
yeah, I bet, dude. And you know what? They're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, That's right, motherfucker. You better say that. We're
all my dudes are super cool. We're 100% honest with each other.
That's awesome, man.
We're like I said, everything we say is straightforward. There's rules from the beginning of joining Scream at the Sky. So if there's any problems or any kind of stupid stuff, we know where we stand with it. We've already had to enforce these rules a couple times throughout the history of Scream at the Sky. And we treat it like a business. We just 100% like, it's like, hey, you fuck up at a job, you get fired. You fuck up here, you have to go. And that's not how we want to do it. We basically let like people dig their own graves, man. You know, like
you're not 15 and 16 anymore. You know, you're trying to do this for a living. So at this point, it's like more if you're in
common sense.
That's right.
Common sense. Take a shower, clean yourself up, brush your teeth in the morning. If you got to make money, get a job. I mean, there's just common sense stuff that you got to do in life that you just, I mean, if you don't know it by now, I don't know, man.
right. Dude, I want to let everybody know, you know, if you Scream at the Sky is playing near you, even if you don't know their music that well and you're watching this, first, go check out their songs. Second, I know firsthand experience that Brian knows how to put on a show. I've seen him perform live with the bass, and I know he's the single Scream at the Sky, but this dude, you kill it, man. Like the energy that you put out there to the audience is phenomenal, dude. It's good. So even if you don't know them, you're gonna love the show. I just know that. And if the rest of the band follows suit like he says they do, you're gonna want to get in the mosh pit. Even if you're old like me, you're gonna want to get in the mosh pit. So right on, dude. Go ahead.
I'd like to say that, you know, like even if you don't like mosh pits, we have songs that you can shake your booty to. We're an all around kind of band, dude. We write all different styles: rap, hip hop, metal, punk, ska. We do a little bit of everything. To be honest, we actually consider ourselves a hard rock industrial band, as what we've been titled as. But we've been called anywhere from Blink-182 to Gojira, and like we're just like, what? All right, cool. If we can be as famous as any one of those bands, I'll fucking take it any fucking day, my friend. You know, so like, we don't consider ourselves any of those bands, and it's an honor to even been like at a little slightest piece be compared to those bands. Let's just say that straight out, 100%. But that's what we've heard from our own fans and own people. They're just like, we're like, all right, cool, man. We just like, thank you for watching the show, man.
Yeah, you guys got some good songs, dude. And like I said, 4th of July might be kind of hard for me to come see you guys play, but I will see if I can do it. You guys are going to be in Oklahoma City. So any Oklahoma City peeps, if you want to go see them play, let me know, and I'll get you some information on how to do that.
It's a free show, too. Free show.
And I may be there. And it's also kid friendly. Kid friendly. Yeah. There you go. Go ahead. No, what are you going to say?
I was going to say, if you ain't got nothing to do on 4th of July, come hang out and catch some of Oklahoma City's finest rock and roll, too, man. We got 3 bands. A band there called Percy. It's some good friends of ours. They do all kind of sweet cover songs and their own originals. So come see a great show in Oklahoma City for sure. Free show, man.
There you go. Yep. What's up, Todd and Sharon and David Drummer and everyone who watched the show tonight? Is there anything that you want to say? We try to keep this up 30 minutes. We've already gone over that. But is there anything that you want to say? I had fun talking with you. That's why. So anything you want to mention about the band? Anything at all that we did not cover?
I want to say that this weekend, for anybody watching, we're going to be in Louisiana and Mississippi. Also, we're going to be in on Thursday. We're in Bay St. Louis at the Whiskey Barrel, and then on Friday on Saturday we're in Mediaire, Louisiana, New Orleans area. At the what's the place called? I'd have to look it up, but look us up. All our dates are posted on Bands in Town. Everything.
Yeah. You guys got a website?
Screamathesky.org. I'm always updating that, man. Totally.
Okay. And you got merchandise on there, things like that. People can go buy some T-shirts.
We're a complete do-it-yourself band, so I currently do all of the shipping and everything, but we have lots of merchandise. We're doing a new pre-sale for a brand new shirt right now. You can look us up. That's on our website. It's on any of our social media networks. Just click the link. If you can't find it, message me, man. We do everything ourselves. Complete do-it-yourself band. We print our own merchandise, everything.
That's so great, man. I want to thank you for being on the show. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to stay right there. If you like Screaming at the Sky, go check them out. They're on social media. They're also on TikTok. I know that for a fact because I duetted one of your songs. I think,
Yeah.
One of your songs. So, and go check out the Facebook. Go to Amazon or Spotify and Apple, and check out that YouTube. Check out their music videos. So, Brian, dude, it was a pleasure meeting you a month ago, hanging out with you. I had fun. We had some drinks. We had a great time. I barely remember driving. I did not drive home. I had a driver drive home. I really did, but I had a great time. So we're going to hang out again. If not 4th of July, it'll be sometime soon. I also want to thank everyone for watching The Loud Spot. Please follow us on YouTube. Buy our merchandise as well. And go to www.theloudspot.net. You can check out all the previous episodes on there. And I guess that's all I got for tonight. Brian, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. I'm going to play the outro song. Here we go.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.